So why did you decide to take Ukrainian interns?
Several reasons, really. When I got elected in 2015, I was presented with the opportunity to have a Ukrainian intern, which I jumped on right away because you and I chatted about this the other day, along with many of your colleagues. I grew up in a combination. I was born in Thunder Bay, and then I moved to Toronto when I was 11 years old. And there was large Ukrainian Canadian communities in both Thunder Bay and now in Toronto where I live. So I've grown up with Ukrainian Canadians as my schoolmates, my friends, my teammates, my neighbors. So it was a natural thing for me to do. And one of the things I'm very proud of about my riding is that we have such a very large and united Ukrainian Canadian population.
And how many Ukrainian interns did you have in your office?
I've had 3 now, so 1 each year that I've been here.
And how did you get to know that there is such a program that offer you to have Ukrainian interns?
That's a good question. Somebody must have approached my office, and I don't know the answer to that. I don't know how it came to the office, but when it came to me through my staff, I jumped at the opportunity.
And why it is important for you to support the Canada-Ukraine parliamentary program?
Well, 2 reasons. One, it's a two-way street. I mean, it gives an opportunity to you and all the other interns to get experience here at Parliament Hill and learn about our system and see how we work on a day-to-day basis. But as important as that is, it's important, I find, because I get to learn about the Ukrainian system and Ukrainian government, and I get to learn more about Ukraine from the interns that work here and all the others around the Hill. I've just found it a great learning experience myself.
And how do you benefit from having Ukrainian interns in the office?
Well, I suppose it's easy to say, you've got more hands around the office to help out, but the real benefit is what I just said. It helps me understand Ukrainian Canadians better, who are my constituents and my friends and my neighbors, as I said. So it gives me a more in-depth understanding of my own community through the program.
And how do you believe can Ukrainian interns change the country? Having those experiences they get here in the parliament, observing the system, how this experience which they get here could influence the situation in Ukraine in a positive way?
Boy, you saved the tough one until the end. Look, I mean, I think any experience you get outside of your own environment is helpful because it gives you a different perspective and a broader perspective. So I believe that the people who come to the program, I hope they learn a lot from what we do here and they can take that back and apply it to their own environment and to their own colleagues and to their own government institutions and pick up some things that will help the improvement along the way.
And you as an MP, how do you think, what experience do Ukrainian interns take home out of these offices? Because there are 2 different systems which is approached by different MPs. Several of them decided that Ukrainian MPs, Ukrainian interns who came to their office have to do assistant work. Other one approached a different way, like saying that you came here, you decide whatever you want to get as much experience as you want. And basically they are visiting more committee and not doing an assistant work. Which approach is more appropriate for you and which one is more appropriate for interns?
The first part of that question, my approach is, every year when the intern starts, and not just with the Ukrainian interns, with any intern, but Henry's sitting right there. We sat down the first day, I asked him what he wants to get out of this, because I don't want this to be a waste of time for him or anybody else. So it's important for me that all of you take away from this as much as you possibly can. So that discussion happens early on. So you're not here to be doing filing and whatnot. You're here to get some experience, see how our system works, see how our committees work, see how the parliament works, and see how the office works in the day-to-day operations of an MP. So I think that's the real purpose of the program, and I don't know how everybody else does it, but that's the way I do it, and that's the way I'm going to continue to do it, and I think it's been successful. successful so far.
Do you believe that someday one of the Ukrainian interns who had internship in the parliament would become a politician of Ukraine or even a president?
Yes, is the short answer, absolutely. Well, one of your colleagues now is already a politician in Ukraine, so the answer is that it's already happened, but, and most definitely, I mean, I think anybody who does this obviously has an interest and an enthusiasm for government and our institutions and how they work, so I wouldn't be surprised if many of the people who come through this program I end up hearing about in Ukrainian government and certainly as president, absolutely.
And the last question, if you were asked to tell one fact about Ukraine, what it would be?
I would talk about how proud the people are. Ukrainian Canadians are, as I said earlier, an incredibly proud, united, hard-working community, and that is, you know, abundantly clear to me too when I meet all of you who are part of the program. And I'm as I said, proud to call them my friends.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.